So our final thing we need to do is to get this drop me a line and contact me to work. So in this case here, we need a different plugin. Let's see if we can find something new. Let's go back here and say pubdev, like this, and say pubdev. Let's search for MailTo, something like that. And we have a few plugins here. We saw that URL launcher, which we just used. This a little bit bigger so you can see. So we have MailTo. Let's check this out. Click there. And you can see that supports one or many 2CC and BCCC. That's good. Blazingly fast. So this looks to be what we need. Okay, so there we go. And you can see here the usage. It says you may want to launch the email client on your user's phone with certain fields pre-filled. It says phones here, but also you can, as you see, we can use the same thing on web. Okay, because you can see at the top here, it says that this is supported on Android, iOS, Linux, macOS, web, and Windows. This is how we know. And it also says that for Flutter apps, it's recommended to use the URL launcher package for launching the links you create within the MailTo package. All right, so let's go ahead and install this package, MailTo. Let's go back and say Command or Control Shift P, and we're going to go to PubSpec. Since this is something that I have used recently, as you can see, as we use all those commands, what happens is the most recent used are shown here. So you can use the arrow up and down to pick the one you want. So we're going to say PubSpec assist, and then I'm going to say MailTo, hit enter. It's going to go ahead and start installing the MailTo plugin, because there was only one available. So that's why it went straight and didn't ask us if we wanted to choose from a plethora of MailTo plugins. All right, it seems like everything was added. Let's go ahead and confirm that. Command P and search our PubSpec that, and we have MailTo. Very good. All right, as we always done, let's just kill this session, terminate this debug session, and restart. Okay, so everything is good. Let's go back to our code. Instead of bottom row, we need to look for drop me line. So let's start here. What do we want to do? Let's go back to our mail.dart package and see how they use it. So what I'm going to do, let's just copy all of this because we're going to use it anyway. And the bottom, just going to add that function there. So it says MailTo, it's not recognized. We are going to import, so command period, and then we're going to say import package like that, and we should be good. And also we need to import this launch. Remember, this launch is actually from our URL launcher. Okay. So we have here, as you see, you have the to field where you can add the actual email to whom you are going to send to. And there's the CC, there's subject, and the body of the email. All right, very good. So in this case here, all we have to do is just launch the MailTo. Okay, all right. So now we're gonna copy this, and let's go to drop me a line there. I'm gonna just call that there. And let's do the same thing. Let's go to main, I think, actually to portfolio. That this is where we have another one. So I'm going to get rid of that and paste in the launch MailTo. Now we have a problem here. Notice, because we are in a different file, so we can't find this launch MailTo. Now, one thing to do, because we're going to be using it everywhere or anywhere, or we can use it anywhere we want, we can actually get this and put somewhere else, right? So we can import that class anywhere. So I'm going to cut all of this, and then inside of our libs, I'm going to create a new folder. So it's Command Shift P or Command Control P, like that. And let's create a new folder, call this utils. And inside there, because it's still highlighted, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to create a new file, find new file, and call this util.dart. And I'm just going to paste there. And of course, we need to import the MailTo package like that, and as well as the launcher, that is. Okay, so now it's very easy. What we need to do, let's go to main screen. This is going to show problem. That's fine. We're going to import utils.dart. Okay, so we can use anywhere we want. Go to body, because that's where we're using that as well. We'll have to import that package. All right, if this works, so let's click on contact me. You should open up your email client on your machine, and it will have all this populated. So, and then of course hit send when everything is good. All right, so this is indeed working. So I'm going to just say don't save. And of course, both this was contact me. I think that's the one I clicked. Let's try this one. It should do the same thing too, because we are calling the same MailTo function. All right, it is working. Very well, very well. So it was a really fun web app to build, as you see here, and it looks really good. Obviously, you can take this, or actually, I encourage you to take this to a next level, make it better. You can change the colors. And I hope this just got you started with building web apps using Flutter. Right? It's really exciting and it's way easier, especially if you have already done some Flutter development creating iOS, Android apps. This should feel at home in a sense that the programming part of things shouldn't be too difficult. Now, if this is your first time doing Flutter, I hope you see that it's not too bad, right? You will just have to get a little bit used to the syntax, but it's not that bad. It's very intuitive. That was the whole goal of the engineers who created this amazing framework for us to build multi-platform apps. All right, so we have come to a conclusion here. I hope you've learned a lot in building this app, and I will emphasize that go ahead and change everything. In fact, I encourage you to do so. Change the objects that we are pulling in for each one of these projects list. Change obviously the text, change the color, maybe the icons, change everything. This is the whole idea. And as you do that, once you're done, you can share this with me and other students so that we can congratulate you. Again, thank you so much for your time and good work.